Alexander Albon is in the news quite recently, and there's news that he might be joining a different team on the grid besides the Red Bull family that he has been with for a very long time. For 2022, there's a few options for Alex, and so I thought in this video, I would take a look at what are the options for Alexander Albon coming into the F1 season in 2022. There's no doubt about it, Albon deserves a seat in Formula 1, and things didn't really click between Albon and Red Bull in 2020. So what other options could there be for Albon coming into 2022? Well, that's what we're going to find out in this video. So let's jump straight into it. Let's first take a look at Albon's career in Formula 1. Albon made his debut with Toro Rosso, which is now known as AlphaTauri, in 2019, partnering Kvyat. Albon immediately impressed. But what's interesting is that he didn't finish the season with Toro Rosso because Red Bull called him up to the senior team to replace Gasly, who got demoted to Toro Rosso halfway through the season. Albon made his debut with Red Bull at the Belgian Grand Prix, and after taking a penalty for the Belgian race, he immediately impressed by climbing all the way up to 5th, pulling on some amazing overtakes. Throughout the second half of the 2019 season, Albon's performances were quite impressive, so Red Bull decided to keep him instead of Gasly for the 2020 season. For 2020, Ferrari had no pace, and so that meant Red Bull and Mercedes were the two top teams. That also meant that Albon had an opportunity to grab consecutive top 4 finishes. Albon did score 2 podiums that season, but that was pretty much the only high point of the season because his performances were not up there with Verstappen and the 2 Mercedes. Unfortunately, throughout the season, he was battling more with the midfield than with Mercedes and Verstappen. And battling with the midfield is exactly what Red Bull don't want to see, as they have the car that is the second fastest on the grid, and Albon's performances were just not good enough. So at the end of the season, Albon was dropped by Red Bull in favor of Sergio Perez, and so that also meant that Albon didn't get a seat at AlphaTauri as the 2 spots were already confirmed, so that did mean that Albon was out of a seat for the 2021 season. I felt so bad when Albon left the sport because I knew that he had so much talent to give to Formula 1, and also Albon's not the only F1 driver to have struggles with the Red Bull. Gasly also had similar issues in 2019. Since Albon didn't have a drive for 2021, he went over to DTM and drove with the AF Corsa Ferrari team and has been doing pretty good there. He's also the reserve and test driver for Red Bull still, so he's not completely out of Formula 1, but going forward, Albon wants to come back to Formula 1 in 2022. Okay, so let's talk about Albon's options into 2022. We know that he can't go to Red Bull because Verstappen and Perez are already confirmed for 2022. AlphaTauri looks to stay with Gasly and Tsunoda, so the Red Bull family is out of an option. So what exactly is Alexander Albon's options for 2022? Well, first team is Williams Racing. There's a lot of rumors going around that Albon's going there because we already know George Russell is leaving the team to go to Mercedes, and so that does mean there is a seat open at the British team. So Albon could be replacing George Russell's seat to partner Nicholas Latifi. We'll have to see how that works out because there's also rumors Nicholas Latifi could be leaving the team, and there's also rumors that Nick DeVries is heading over there as well. Albon's chances at Williams are looking pretty good, but we have to remember this is a Mercedes-backed team, and they probably don't want to have a Red Bull driver in a Williams seat, which is Mercedes, of course, and so it could be DeVries. It's all up in the air right now. Next up is Alfa Romeo. Alfa has been in the news quite recently because Raikkonen has just announced his retirement, and just recently Bottas has just announced that he's going to be driving for Alfa Romeo. In my 2022 predictions video, I predicted that Bottas, who has been confirmed, would partner Ilott at Alfa Romeo. Now, a lot of things has changed from that time of recording till now, so my prediction has changed. Ilott is probably going to drive an Indy car, so it's a straight 5-way fight for that Alfa seat. The 5 being Pourchaire, Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Albon, and DeVries, and as I said, Albon being one of those. It's looking likely that it will be Albon or DeVries at Alfa Romeo, but time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, I know this is highly unlikely, but I thought I'd mention this team. Haas is another option for Albon. Think about if Latifi and DeVries partner at Williams and Schumacher goes over to Alfa to partner Bottas, that could leave an empty space at Haas for Albon to fit in. And I think Albon will take any seat, so Haas could be an option. To end off this video, I'm gonna say that Albon will partner Nicholas Latifi at Williams. It looks the most likely at this point of recording, so I'm just gonna go for it, and hopefully it works out. To be honest, I don't really care where Albon ends up. I really just want to see him back in Formula 1 because he's got so much talent to him, and I really do appreciate the guy. He just deserves a Formula 1 seat, and I really hope he gets it in 2022. Thank you so much for watching. I'd like to know in the comments below what you think about Albon's situation in Formula 1. Do you think he's going to be driving with Williams, Alfa Romeo, an entirely different team, or not even in Formula 1? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, have a great day, and peace out.